Now we are going through physics. Some of the physics subjects that are in VEDAS. Now today's topic is the reason for the blue color of the sky and what is sky. That itself is we are going to see through Veda and also based on modern science. Modern science says this universe can be divided into two. One is our earth and its surroundings. Earth means not only the bottom, this ground level and water in it. It also includes the surroundings where there is gas or air. In this we can see clouds also, and some small particles are there at the top. The cloud itself is formed due to the presence of small particles there that is rising from the smoke, and the water evaporated from the sea stick to that particle and forms cloud. So above the sky, above this top boundary, there is particles. And how this, and beyond that, it is the sky or Akash. So universe contains this earth, which includes this is surroundings up to a level, beyond which this space is called Akash or sky. But what we see at the top in the form of an umbrella is also we are calling it as sky, and it appears as blue or dark or white depending on the position of the sun. Modern science says in college, in schools we have studied, this blue color is due to this sunlight contains 7 colors. It has its own wavelength, and when it passes through the sky, when it touches these particles, scattering takes place. Depending on the wavelength, the more scattering will take place in the case of blue. So when sun is in some position, that light falls on that particle. Most of the particles go straight or in slight deviation, but this blue color undergoes much scattering and comes to our eye. That is why we see the earth and the sky as blue. That is what modern science says. And in the morning and evening we can see it as red. Why? Because at that time sunlight directly comes to us. In the sunlight there are several colors, its wavelength are different, and the wavelength of red is very high. So it can penetrate through these particles and directly come to us. So at that time red color comes to us and we see the sky as red at that time, in that area. That is what modern science says. Now let us go through the Vedas. In Rigveda Mandalam 5, 18.3, Rishi Satyasrava says, red light in the sunlight in the morning and evening, it passes straight without undergoing that scattering and reaches us. That is why the sky is red at that area. So What here says is red light will travel straight because its path is expanded or long. Its path is long. That means the wavelength of this red light is very high. So that is why it can easily pass through these particles that we studies in the schools. So this red light, the property of red light is it can pass straight through through these scattering particles. It will travel, its path is straight when compared with the other rays. Then in Rigveda Mandalam 159.4, Rishi Dirghasama says, this rays of sun divides this earth and the upper Agash. It divides the earth and from the Agash or sky. That means that what we see at the top as like an umbrella is due to the action of this rays in the sun. These rays separated below earth and upper Agash. That is the separating boundary. That is seen as umbrella, like an umbrella, due to the action of this rays in the sun. That is what we studies in schools. That is due to the scattering of blue light in the sun. Scattering due to the particle present in that boundary. There it undergoes scattering, and when we look up, it will be appear as an umbrella with the blue color or blue sky. So sky is the separating part. As per Veda, it is the separating boundary formed by the action of this rays in the sun. It separates the boundary before it is the earth containing atmosphere, which contains air and other particles, clouds, etc. And beyond it is called Akash, or that is the actual sky. This is only a boundary which appears due to the action of these rays.